Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden. Today we're going to make a botanical window pocket with a journaling card. But first, a shout out to Lynn, Anita, Michelle, Linda, Joyce, Giselle, Maybelline, and Sue. And thank you to everyone who remembered me on Shabby Dabby Doodah's recent giveaway. My Best Buds are the best. Okay guys, so this is our little pocket. It has a beautiful little daisy and there's a journaling card inside, and this is what I'm going to show you how I made this. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Now these papers I got out of a paper book that was entitled Our Family Tree, and I picked it up locally. And I've just got some cardstock, and I've got some coffee dyed paper. This is actually beet dyed paper. And I'm going to combine the two. Now this is, let me get my ruler. This is approximately 4 inches by 9.5. And I am going to make a sandwich. I'm going to glue that onto that, onto that. And I'm going to make us a little sandwich. And then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got it all glued together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the top. I am going to put our little punch in it now, our hole. We need a hole. This is the hardest part of the whole thing. It's not even drying the flowers. It's this thing. Sometimes this can be my nemesis. Yeah, it sometimes can get to me. But I just keep working because I'm not about to let it get to me. I need to make sure. Okay, which way does this go? There, goes like that. Okay. Now, we're going to need to make this. This is our top right here. So I want it spaced about right there, I do believe. And I'm going to put my top on it. See where it grabs it. Where does it grab it? There, it grabbed it there. Now make sure this is what I want here. Now you guys, I have to sit this on a stool on the floor because my table, I'm afraid I might like break my table and it would just be really bad. So I'm going to punch this out because it takes all my strength, especially since we're going through all this paper here. So, okay, and I don't want you to hear me grunt. Okay guys, that is quite a workout to get that punched for me. Okay, let's take this all apart, and now we'll look at, oh dear, put it back together. Well, just set it over here. Okay, how does it look? Well, it looks pretty doggone good. It's got a little piece right here, and here's my little punch out, which we are going to use. So let's move this all out of the way, and let's see about this here. If we can maybe smooth it just a little. Oh yeah, that'll be just fine. Okay, so next I am going to ink around with my milled lavender all around the outside, even a little bit on the card itself and inside here, and I'll be right back and show you how that turned out. Okay, you guys, I went ahead and I inked it with the milled lavender, and I did sew the top part right there. I always forget to do that, so I sewed that now. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 pieces of acetate, and we're going to go ahead and glue the first one right on down. Make sure my little acetate's clean. We're going to glue it down. I'm going to use my fabric tack. And so let me get my glue to come down, and I'm just going to go around my square opening and lay my piece of acetate down. There we go. Now, here's another thing that you can do with your books that you've gutted because you've used the cover. Keep it intact and use it to put your botanical specimens in. You have lots of things around in your craft room like I do, like I'm sure you do, and you can set heavy things on top. You don't have to have a hard cover for it. You can use, this will be fine. So inside here, I've got, like, there's 4-leaf clovers. There they are. They're the little daisies that I think I'd like to use. This one has a little piece right there. I don't know if I can get that piece off without damaging it. I'd like that one. What else do I have in there? Lavender, some rose pieces, rose leaves, some more rose leaves. Yeah, I like rose leaves. There's a miniature rose clusters. Okay, so that's what you can do with those gutted books, because there's only so many book pages we can use. Do you see this little right there? Right there. I guess we're just going to leave it because I'm afraid if I pull it, it's going to make the whole thing come apart. So I am just going to take this and put it right upside down and kind of center it the way I want it. Go ahead and, oh, I've got a frog in my throat. Just a minute. Okay, I hope that's better. So get your fabric tack and we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the back calyx of this flower. Get my glue to come on down. Put it right on there. Then I'm going to put some more glue around the opening and lay my next piece of acetate, making sure it's as clean as possible, right on top of that. Just like that, guys. Pretty simple. Like I said, the hardest part is putting that opening in there. I just find that to be the hardest part of all. And there we are. Isn't that adorable? My gosh. Okay. I'm going to take just a second. I'm going to sew up the sides and then we'll decorate the front. Be right back. Okay, guys, we have our adorable pocket. Isn't he cute? So now let's decorate him. So I have, when I was dyeing yesterday, my pages, I went ahead and I dyed some doilies, of course making some impressions on some of my papers, but I absolutely love to use the dyed doilies in projects. So I'm going to just make a little mark here, and I am going to cut this little fella in half. That was my dog who sneezed, if you actually heard that. That was pretty loud. And I need to make that just a little smaller. Just a little bit smaller. Okay. That's a little bit better. Hopefully that's the right size. Still a little bit big. See if it fits down here a little better. Still a tad big, just a tad. But you know, if I wing it and do it myself, it'll be so crooked it won't even be funny. It will be so crooked. And then it will bug me and I'll have to get a new doily. Okay. Ta-da! We did it. All right. So now go ahead and take your milled lavender and we're going to just put a little milled lavender on our doily, even though our doily has been dyed already. We are going to add a little something something to it. Then I'm going to take my fabric tack, because I do not like using a glue stick on doilies. it just wigs me out to end up with all that glue sticking out of the holes, and then it's so sticky. It just, I just don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. I'm going to put it right up against that and just smoosh it out. Just like that, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's turning out so cute. So cute. This is a lighter doily than this one. A little different look. All right, let's go ahead and cut this one down just a little bit more because we know that we need to. Oh, cut straight. We've got a line to follow. There we go. Oh, it's still not enough. Oh, you guys, it's still not enough. Okay. Third time's a charm. I'm hoping it is. Should have measured it in the first place. I know. I hear you guys. You should have measured it in the first place. You are so right. I should have, but I didn't. You know what they say about hindsight. Okay. Whoa! What on earth was that? I don't know. Okay, that's what I get for talking like that, right? Right. You got instant comeuppance, as my father would say. He called them comeuppance. Instant comeuppance. Okay. So that was exciting. Now, oh no, don't, no. Slow down, Kathy, slow down. Take a break. Take a breath. Can't take a break, but you can take a breath. Take a breath. We got a little tiny. That little dog's got something in his nose. Okay. That is adorable. Just adorable. Now let's make our little card that's going to go on here with it. And we're going to take our other little piece of our pretty paper that matches. And we're going to get our cardstock. And I have it already cut, but I think it went flying with everything else. So let me find out where it flew to. It did not go far. It was just on the floor. So I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and put this on, back this cardstock on here. Something's on my glue stick. Get it off. I'm going to get it. All right, I've got this glued on. That looks lovely. Now I am going to ink around it with the milled lavender, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have that all finished. Now, you know that little square that ended up being, you know, where we had the hole and it came out with the little extra piece of square? We're going to go ahead and fold this kind of in half, best I can here. I am going to have to score it because it's so very thick that it really won't fold for me very well unless I do that. So see about folding it. There we go. Now I'm going to take it over to my guillotine and I'm going to cut that piece off because it's going to be easier to do it there than with my scissors. It's being so, you know, that it's so thick and everything. Okay, I have that trimmed off. Now I'm going to get my quarter rounder and I am going to round off the corners. There we are. Now I am, well, these, I gotta round off these corners too. They looked round, they were, but they weren't the way they needed to be. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and ink this. I'll just go ahead and do it really quickly while you're here with me. And this is our tab that we're going to use for the top of our card. Now I'm going to use this as the, I could use this as the front. That wouldn't hurt because we're going to put a doily there. We could use it down here like this. This is your journaling card. We're going to raise it up just a tad, just a little bit here like this one. And I am going to take it to the sewing machine and I am going to sew all the way around. Okay guys, I've got that all stitched on. That's looking beautiful. So now what I'd like to do is go ahead and take another doily. This time I think I'm going to measure just a little bit. I think I would like it to be right like this. Yes, my husband just called. He's on his way home. He was at a dog show and he's got 2 dogs with him, and if he shows up before I get finished with this video, it's going to be really noisy, guys, because the other dogs inside are going to be so excited that he's coming home and they're going to just be a barking and a barking. So hopefully we can get this done before he shows up or they hear him coming, because dogs can hear him coming from a long ways away before I even hear him coming. They hear him. So we're going to glue this doily. This is our very last step. We're going to glue this doily right on down. Oh, you guys, if you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I would love for you to join my YouTube family. All right, let's just snip this right on off right here. Just like that. Now, here's our envelope. Our little pocket, I should call it, not an envelope. And this is still wet, but I'm going to see if we can get that in. Okay, here we go. It's going to go right down inside. Oh, you guys, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, if you enjoyed this, I enjoyed being with you. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.